this is DJ, and welcome back to our fun adventure. Today, I'm going to be telling you one of my silly stories. You may be wondering, why do we have this random little background down there, and a bit over there, like around there, a bit down here? The reason why is because these are actually images. You just can't see them very well. But I can see them just fine. So, you just have to yank them out. I've blurred out the images, so no spoilers, even for possibly next episodes. So, today we're going to be telling you the story of Steve from Minecraft. You should know this. So, I'll yank an image out. Let's grab an image of Steve. Hey, Steve. So this is Steve. You probably know him pretty well. He lives in the world of Minecraft. And in the world of Minecraft, he owns this house right here, which I've, again, pulled out of the world. But something interesting about his life he does not want to talk about. So, of course he lives in this house. It's okay. Now, surprisingly, you guys think Steve is like 30-something. Actually just turning 20. Okay, so he's young. He's a young adult. And he only just grew up enough to get to move out of his parents' house. Both his dad and his mom's house. But there's something very interesting about that. He just left and he just bought this house off of clearance. It was cheap. And he's fixed it up. It's America. You can tell. He lives in American Minecraft. And guess what? He's adopted. He doesn't even know who his parents are. But his parents, his foster parents, were very good parents. But they were kind of, how do you say, abnormal. So, first off, let's get rid of this. Let's throw this back in there. Alright. That's Steve's dad. This is Steve's mom. Now, Steve's dad is what I'd like to call a beagle. That's what I'd like to call him. This is him in the prime time of his life. He's a beagle. And Steve's mom, who is an Australian shepherd, played with her only toy. These are all strays, so they had no home. It would have been kind of weird having dogs live in a house. I mean, that'd be interesting. Now, keep in mind, these were adopted since Steve was a baby. Now, they're old now. The dogs are old now, because dogs don't live for very long. He was kind of lucky. And he wasn't like pure baby, because these would be 20-year-old dogs over that. So these dogs, they got married when they were 2, but Steve doesn't know that, and they don't know that because they don't keep track. 14 in dog years, that's underage, but whatever. You're 14 years old and you're married. My grandma, mine, was actually 18 when she got married. And my grandpa was older than that. He was like 20, but whatever. Anyways, back to Steve's life. More important than my life. My life's completely useless. You can just throw all my life out of here, do a slam dunk into the trash bin with it if you want to, but not telling you to. So, anyways, Steve's mom, her name is... Yeah, that's supposed to be dramatic. That wasn't dramatic at all. Drum roll, please! Holly! And Steve's dad, well, guess what his name is? Steve. This one's Steve Jr. That's Steve Sr. And then if it's like Martin Luther King Jr., then Steve's little kid is going to be named Steve the Third. That's how it worked. Anyways, of course, Steve's life clearly wasn't the greatest. He was raised by dogs. But you're probably wondering, how did he end up learning human language? Well, he learned because he'd already known. Well, no, he didn't. But he found out something. He wasn't colorblind like other dogs. And he used to go to pup school. He had a best friend. And that best friend just happened to be another dog. Can't you believe that? I mean, it's kind of shocking because, it's actually not at all shocking. But that's just not shocking whatsoever now. But you want to know what type of dog it was? Do you? Well, guess what? This dog, his name was Bob. And everything's going a little slowly. But Steve's dog, I'm having technical difficulties with the yanking it out. I can't get the image out. It's obnoxious. But, sorry, I'll just have to wait. There it is. Okay. And it spawned in the wrong place. Alright, I just need to move it over here. Hi! This is Steve's best friend. And of course, he's not. He's an adult now. But, they didn't keep contact with each other, which is unfortunate. Yet they're still best friends. So like I said, this is Bob down there in the corner below me. The least important of this all. This mess. And this dog is his best friend, and Steve found his way out with barking. He could learn to talk like all doggies. These were best friends. And best friends, they always get into trouble. At least once in the elementary school. And especially in high school. Which they went to together, by the way. Now, we'll go to a day in high school. January 24th, 2011. No, that's not right. It's high school. I don't actually know the year, but I know it's January 24th. That was random. But on January 24th of whatever year, he attended that high school, which I don't know the name of. I didn't do too much research on it. But guess what? It's not this. This is an elementary school and a middle school. But I'll just tell you. I think my resources, my editor is now telling me he went to a place called, for high school, Doggy Academy, and his principal was DJ, none other than me. Because I'm just the greatest principal. Sit down in your seat right now, or you're going to get whipped with my ruler. Yeah, great principal. Yeah. I remember that day. How could I forget? Because it's a silly story. So, it's a silly story. Don't believe any of this. But you should. Because if you don't, I will whip you with my ruler! That was loud. Sorry about that, computer. Sorry I broke your ears. Hope you'll forgive me. Yeah. Yeah, I made myself laugh then. Ow! Pop my leg. Anyways, they got into some mischief. And this mischief involved getting their adoption records. Now, he was adopted. Well, he wasn't really adopted. He was found in the streets of Mitchellbridge Road. Out around there. I don't know where that is. But it's somewhere near the school. It's like from the school parking lot. You go straight, turn right, turn left, turn right, do a U-ey. Then what? Yes. Turn right, then go straight up that hill. Then you go down, turn left on Flowery Branch, turn right on the, what's that called? I don't need to know. Turn right, skip those two, get onto 78, and then keep driving. Take about 2 miles, take exit 76, then turn left, go across the bridge, head over past the good old McDoinkles, turn left from once you get there. You go through the McDoinkles drive-through, then you go out of the parking lot, back to the left on, what road is that? Algonquin Boulevard. Anyways, keep going after that. There will be an old house where they have a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. And then you keep going. Then you turn right once you see the mailbox that says, "You're a butthead." And it's with "you-are," not a "your," but you keep going. "Your" is one of them new fashion slangs. Then you're going to pass Mr. Redneck's house. Then you'll turn left again, go straight, skip the next 5 intersections, then get on Highway 76, get off at US 129 South, and then you keep going, take 2 turns to the right, keep going, skip the 2 intersections, then turn left on... I forgot the name. Anyways, keep going, skip the first intersection, and then turn left, and you're on Mitchell Bridge. That's simple. You better remember that. That's on the quiz. And if you don't remember it, you fail, and then you get whipped by my ruler. And I feel no empathy. But, now that we're through with that, they went there, and they found their adoption records. And they had to go to a place to go. It was actually called the Doggis Court Building instead of Davis, which is a human place. Now, if you didn't know where all this stuff are, they're hidden. I can't tell you. It's a secret. The reason I'm the principal is because I'm cool. Now, nobody knew that Steve is actually a human being. Well, a Minecraft being. But they found that out very soon. Their parents knew this whole time. There was a different language on there. And it wasn't doggy language with just bark, bark, ruff, ruff, arf, arf, or meow, meow, or something like that, or chirp, chirp. I got the dog all excited. My dog. Which actually kind of looks like that. But we're getting off track. So, Gun did that. There. Okay, I'm done comparing. You only got the same ears as a beagle. Anyways. So, once we go at Mitchell Bridge with the Doggis Court Building, they find something was snooping around. In the rear dumpster, at a 90-degree angle, is a place, and it has a document. And this document says, adoption papers, titled Steve, which is his name, of course. Now, Steve here read these articles, and you won't believe what it said. Well, it was in human language, not dog language. And Bob couldn't read it. Now, normally, he was the better reader in dog language. But in this case, when Bob couldn't read it, he threw it back in the dumpster. And this time, it was at a 360-degree angle, like the Xbox 360. Anyways, so Steve looked at it and said, and he read it. He read it out loud. He said it in human language, not dog language. He said, and guess what it said? It said, adoption papers for Steve. And to Bob, it must have sounded like a foreign language. Steve is hereby adopted by a beagle and Australian shepherd. They are unable to have children on their own because both of them are fixed, which is interesting because they're both strays. Now these strays, after their marriage, and they became one and agreed that one day they would adopt. And today is the day here that all dogs in the world, including Steve, will get to become and have a family. Pretty much what it said. Anyways, after he read that, he was shocked. And the last words were, even though Steve is not a dog, he will be treated as such. Even though he is a human, he will learn the dog ways of life. Struggle with the dogs. Die with the dogs, unfortunately. Live under their culture. And always be a dog. Anyways, now that we've gotten through that was actually the most interesting thing of the afternoon. Me just reading that off of my brain. My brain got transmit signals. You can see the dog smelling the Target bag. It's Target! I don't need jump rope. Completely relevant. So, once he found this out, you see where Steve's mom is, the Australian Shepherd, right down there. Bottom left corner. That toy right there, that's Squirrel. Okay, she was 5, otherwise known as 35 in dog years, when she had that picture taken. And that very squirrel was given to Steve as his graduation. After Steve found this out, and he was 17 when he found this out. Barky, Barky, Barky. Can't go in the kitchen. Anyways, that squirrel was given to him in a token of sorriness. And then Steve started to remember. He remembered the entire human language, the entire human culture, and the entire life of a human. But, according to the oath of the adoption papers, Steve still lives with the dogs. Even though he knows human language, he interacts with humans like he's a human. He even helps the dogs get in and out of the restaurants. He even bought them all service jackets. And now that we are finished with the somewhat semi-interesting story of Mr. Steve, I hope you did indeed enjoy that first episode of Silly Stories, and I hope to see you guys enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you again on this. Goodbye!